What's up guys and girls, Static here, and welcome to the very first episode of a brand new series. You might be thinking to yourself, for the very first episode of a series, there's a lot of stuff built here, and you'd be right. I did not build any of this. This is the spawn town of a local Australian server called the Craft and the Curious server. Little bit of a tongue twister, the name, but and it's a little bit strange, but I like it, and it's a really fun server. As you can see, there's a lot of amazing builders on the server. Spawn Town is still very much under construction still, as you can see, but at the same time, a lot of stuff has been built. The server is only actually very new. I think it's only been up for maybe a couple of weeks, this particular world. So as you can see, a lot of progress has been made in that time. Decided to give the guys on the server a little bit of a head start before I jumped on and got started playing. Give them a bit of a competitive advantage. Although, just looking at some of the stuff that they've been able to do in such a short amount of time, I think that might not have been the smartest of ideas. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. So the other really cool thing about this server, aside from it being an Australian server, which I mentioned, which means very, very little lag for me, is that most, if not all of the people playing on this server are actually aspiring YouTubers. So all of them have YouTube, or I'm pretty sure all of them have YouTube channels, but I will go ahead and link all of the YouTubers on the server in the description down below, so definitely give them a look, check out a couple of their videos, and I'm sure we'll do dual comms with them and stuff in future. But I thought for the first episode I'd pretty much just give you a little bit of a look around the spawn village, and this is sort of pretty much my first look around it as well. So yeah, this I've seen this before. This is like a trading post type area, I think. At the moment, just a fair bit of empty storage, but I guess I need food, so I'll take those potatoes. Actually, remove it from the chest and leave something behind for someone else. Okay, so I do have to leave something behind. I'll leave that. Oh no, I want that arrow. We'll leave the ladders. I don't need the ladders anymore. Yeah, so as I was saying, I thought we'd just take a really quick look around spawn, and then I'd show you what I've done so far, which is not much, but it's a decent start, and I've got a lot of plans for the next episode or two. So this looks like someone's house in progress over there, but I don't see any signs, so... Oh wait, there are some signs there. I guess we can check that out and see whose that is. I know that this is going to be the spawn tower that is being made by the server owner, Matt Exile. He's also the one who made that awesome house on the pedestal over there. So let's see whose house this is. Feel free to harvest trees. Rhiannon. Okay, so that's Matt's sister. So another cool thing about the server is that all the guys on the server actually live quite close to me, and we all sort of drink quite regularly, hang out of a weekend. So yeah, it sort of adds a whole new layer to the server, which is really, really fun, and I think we're going to be doing like live streams and stuff in the future, potentially like Minecraft drinking games. Wow, this thing is cool up close. So I think the idea of the spawn tower is going to be that there's going to be a bunch of farms underneath. I think that's what... Oh, nice. So it's almost like an arc, so we don't need to actually... He still needs better chicken supply, it looks like. It's funny that they're all bunched up in that one little hole there. Yeah, so I think this is sort of to stop people making a whole bunch of animal farms around spawn and causing a whole heap of lag. So now I've got to try and find my way out. That's such a dork. This is how we get out. Cool guy though, really, really cool guy. Another thing, as I mentioned, because the spawn is so new, I don't know why they decided to build the nether portal out here, but there's no bridge out to the nether portal yet. I think they're going to build like a giant floating nether room. But yeah, for now we've got to swim out to the nether portal, which is not all that convenient. But you'll see one really cool thing about spawn, I don't know if you noticed, there's a lot of biomes right around here. So like as you can see, we're pretty much on an island, so it's like we've got ocean biomes all around. Got a mushroom biome right over there, which is amazing. We've got mushrooms on tap. We've got a desert over that way. This is kind of like a plainsy kind of island area. And then we've got a large mesa biome over there. And Jaffe actually got himself lost in that mesa biome for a couple of days. It was funny watching him complain in the Skype chat about being lost in the middle of nowhere and dying of starvation. But yeah, eventually did find his way out of there. But yeah, you can also see as well, the nether is still pretty primitive at the moment. We don't really have a nether hub or anything. There's these giant cobblestone paths, which I have no idea how I'm supposed to get up to that. Maybe ender pearl or something, but that seems like a waste of ender pearls. We don't have an ender pearl farm yet. Maybe it's a drop down. I don't know. But yeah, all we've pretty much got is this one path and that cobblestone box back there. Oh yeah, Matt just made this in his latest episode, actually, the nether smelter. So we can take a quick look at this. I don't know how much I'll end up using this, considering I've just recently designed my own super smelter, but yeah, this pretty cool design, pretty functional, you know, not bad looking as well. I like the fireplaces, and I believe this one, yeah, it's supposed to be lava powered, so Matt wants to try and build this bridge all the way across this gigantic lava lake, which would be really cool. I'm not really a fan of ruining these lava flows, but I'm a bit of a purist. I'm sure I'll ruin plenty of lava flow on the server in my own area. But yeah, so other than that, the nether portion of the server is still pretty primitive, but as I mentioned earlier, I was going to, or intending to give... How the hell did I end up here? Oh, that's interesting. Don't know what's out there or what that's supposed to be for, but okay. Yeah, so as I mentioned before, I was going to give the guys on the server a little bit of a head start before I jumped on the server and started doing things, just because, I don't know, I have a feeling I'm going to work a little bit quicker than they will. No, you know, like I said, competitive advantage. And the head start that I said that I was going to give them was the moment they broke into the nether. Now, it's been a couple of days since they broke the nether. As you can see, they've made a little bit of progress. But, yeah, progress of breaking the nether has happened. So that means we've jumped on the server now. And all I've pretty much done, I ran around the spawn a little bit with Ash. She showed me a couple of things, and we also went and looked for somewhere for me to set up. So generally whenever I jump onto a server, my MO is I like to jump into the nether, just run around until I find in a direction that feels good to me, whether that be by landmarks or just, I don't know, sixth sense or whatever. Just wander in that direction until I find an area that I like the look of and plomp down a portal there. And so that's pretty much where I make my nether room. Oh, I've only got potatoes. This is going to suck. It's where I make my nether room in the nether, and then we pop out the other end and try and find somewhere nearby that to make my base. So that sort of serves the purpose of... I'm a long way away from spawn, so I can you know, mess with mob spawning and all the, you know, landmarks and stuff around there. I can blow junk up and, you know, not worry about destroying anyone's stuff. It's just, yeah, it's really good being out in the middle of nowhere kind of thing. But still, it gives me a reason to... Now, pretty sure I'm supposed to follow those torches, but I don't. I'm a little bit lost, I think, but I know it's in this direction. That's all that matters. We keep going this way, we'll find it. We'll find it. Yeah, there's more torches. I don't know what that second path is over there, but I don't know. Maybe someone else is exploring out this way. But yeah, it gives me a reason as well to make a minecart line. So that's probably going to be one of my very first projects on the server. It's funny because I've actually been playing on the Craft and Curious server for a fair while before they uploaded or reset it to this world. I was planning on releasing this series a fair while ago, but I had a couple of episodes recorded that I was going to release all at once, and then the guys on the server decided they were going to reset the server, so I never got to release those episodes. But it was funny because I did the same thing. I ran off a long way in the nether and like hermited myself off somewhere, and kept saying I was going to build a nether track. Oh, that's not a good idea. Run to the portal, run to the portal. Oh no, one followed me through. He's going to kill me, he's going to kill me. No, he's not. We're good. We're good. Oh, man. Oh, the guys are going to get a nasty surprise when they jump into the nether. But yeah, like I was saying, I kept saying I was going to build a nether line out to my place, and I never ended up doing it because they set the server before I got around to it, and I was way further out than I am now. Sorry, I'm still a little bit jittery from that pigman attack. But you can see our coordinates here. We're about 3,000, 4,000 blocks out in either direction, whereas last time on the server I was like 15,000 blocks out. So yeah, we're a fair bit closer this time. But at the moment, this is my humble little abode. We'll sleep just to get rid of that god-awful storm. And make it day. Good morning, world. I actually really like the rain in Minecraft, especially when you've got a nice cozy place to sleep. But it's not so good for the recording. It's hard to hear yourself think over the rain. So yeah, this is where the portal comes out. It's not a bad location, but it's not amazing. It's extreme hills. I know that just because I've done a little bit of caving down here. Pretty handy when the portal spawns right next to a cave that goes like straight down. So yeah, it is extreme hills because I found emeralds down in those caves. But the hills are not very extreme. They're all pretty mediocre, to be honest. And the only really cool sort of feature is this mountain over here with it's got this lava flow and then water flow, which I think is really cool. But other than that, a lot of the terrain around here is very same. Over in that direction, there's a bunch of forests, so that'll be really good for getting a large supply of wood. And then over that way, a long way, is snow. Now, I mean, I know you can see snow around here, but that seems to just be a little bit of a snow cap on the hills or the mountains or whatever. Doesn't really seem to be an actual snow biome, but I could be wrong, probably wrong. But yeah, out that way there's a pretty big, I don't even know what the name of the biome's called, but the big flat snowy ones. There's one of those. And then if you go out a fair bit further from that, there's actually an ice spikes biome, which is amazing. I was hoping to spawn close to one of those, so I don't know if we'll start the base out there or look for a mountain somewhere, but for now, all I've really done is this mine here. Now, it's got a really cool entrance. I like that. I didn't realize there's going to be... Oh yeah, because if there's no one on the server, then the oceans and stuff aren't loaded, so we get squid spawn. That's interesting, unintended side effect. But yeah, this is a little water slide entrance into my little cave safe zone. So you can see the whole area is slabbed out here, except for back here. I was clearing out some room that was going to be for storage and such, and broke into another cave system. So I'm going to have to patch that back up when I finish this storage wall. But that's you know, small project. For the most part, this place is safe. I've never been attacked in here. And then enter out here into the cave proper. And nice big cave system. I won't show you around the whole cave, but the main thing, it didn't get down to diamond level really in the caves here. It was a little bit disappointing, but I did find a ravine. So there's a gigantic ravine here. Goes down a diamond level. There was like surface diamonds right down there by that mine shaft. And it goes pretty much up to the surface. I don't think it goes all the way up to the surface, but it goes a long way. And this is another one of those kind of fun entrances to the mine, but most of the time I miss it. That time I actually got it, I think, although I'm missing a lot of health. But yeah, as you can see, this thing is huge. And yeah, abandoned mineshaft, mostly explored, still got a fair bit to explore though. And I found 3 cave spider spawners, all really, really close to each other. So I think we're going to be doing some sort of a spawner trap over there, just for some sort of a rudimentary experience farm to begin with, because at the moment, as you can see, my tools are pretty crap. They're all iron, although I do have quite a bit of stuff, quite a bit of good stuff considering how long I've been on the server, and mostly that's thanks to Ash or Nethergirl HD. When I jumped into the server for the first time, there was a chest in spawn and it had a sign out the front saying it was for me, and it had a bunch of just basic survival gear for Minecraft. So you know, had a little bit of food, bunch of stone, bunch of iron for tools and armor and stuff, and an invitation as well, which I haven't really checked out, so I might give that a quick read now. So yeah, here it is, invitation by Nethergirl HD. To Static, you're invited to chill out at my crib. So I think I know which house is hers, so I don't think we need to check the coordinates. Do I have some food before I starve to death? I got apples, got pork chops, got bread. Bread, we'll go bread. Bread's good. Bread is good. And I'll cook it. Oh, got pork chops as well. Nice balanced diet. And we'll cook up those potatoes, because potatoes are good food. Yeah, so we might head back to spawn now and check out Ash's place. And that was a terrible idea. Terrible, terrible idea. Why can I not respawn now?